Ranma half is about a boy that gets turned into a girl with big boobs with cold water, but when he gets hot water, he's back into a man with a dick even though we don't see it. It's a show that's long. It has 161 episodes and 3 movies and 11 OVAs. People say that there are 12, but the only way to watch the 12th one is with the words at the bottom, and I can't read that fast, so I just say that there's 11 and not 12. Ranma likes fighting, even when he's a girl, and he does it with a lot of people like Shampoo, a Chinese girl, Moose, a Chinese boy, and a lot of other people from China. Because he fell in a pool in China, I guess Ranma really hates people from China. Ranma is forced by his retarded fucking dad to marry Akane Tendo, even though they both hate each other, and Akane's a bitch. The story is about Ranma getting more girls to like him even though he hates them, and some boys like him too, but that's fucking gay. In the end, he has like 12 girls who like him, like Shampoo, who's a Chinese girl, Ukyo, who's a chef, and some other ones too. I first found Ranma half back in the 7th grade, back in when I was 13, and when I found a top 10 genderbender top 10, I saw Ranma's tits and thought that it was hot. I watched all 162 episodes in 2 weeks, and even though I didn't jack off, I thought it was cool with a capital C. This cartoon I think is pretty good, except for the parts that annoyed me. Like, I hate Shampoo and Moose and all the other Chinese people because they're all clingy retards. I like Akane and Ukyo, but all the girls in the cartoon are bitches who beat up Ranma. Anyways, this show is probably the longest show I've watched. My favorite TV cartoon before Ranma was this show named Bobobo, about a man with an afro and his friend who looks like somebody peeled half an orange. But Boob only had 76 chapters, so since Ranma has 161, I think it's better since I watched it more. My favorite part of the show I'm talking about is the comedy. I don't usually like comedy shows that much because they usually can't make me laugh, but when I was watching Ranma, I kept finding that I was laughing at every episode, even the ones with the Chinese kids and the old guy who I hate. But the way that Ranma was funny to me and how other shows aren't is that Ranma has good characters. Like I said before, Akane is a bitch. But there are even times when she isn't, like this time Ranma falls and she sprays him with water and gave Ranma a piggyback ride, which is funny because he wouldn't do it if he were a boy, but gave up when he was a girl. My other favorite part of Ranma is the characters. Ranma is funny and rude and a badass when he's a boy, and when he's a girl he's still really funny and cool, and Akane has times when she's nice, so she's like my mom. Ukyo is cool and has nice looking hair, and even the Chinese retards can be funny sometimes too, like in OVA 1 when Shampoo doesn't know the metal thing is giving her the bipolar, and her grandma uses it to set her up with Ranma, and Moose is chained up so he doesn't tell Ranma. Overall, the characters are really funny and cool, even if they're bitches and beat up Ranma. The graphics of this show are old. I watched the show on YouTube app on my Wii at 360p when I first watched it, and I was really good looking, but because I could still see Ranma's girl nipples, I kept watching. The characters in Ranma are all skinny and have pretty good sized boobs, except if they are boys, or old, or named Akane Tendo, which Ranma says a lot in the start of the Ranma show. But the characters all have hair that's easy to remember, like Rhonda's ponytail or Shampoo's balls. But my favorite hair is Ukyo's because it doesn't look stupid and is realistic. Overall, Ranma is a very great anime with a lot to like and is probably my favorite anime after watching it recently. The characters are all cool and it has good fights and is really very one of a kind. I give Ranma half an 8 out of 10. The end.